Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. No. Oh boy, just when you thought people couldn't. It's an all-in-one. I've got to take this article, unfortunately, from the disgusting Bleeding Cool and Cuck Johnson, horrible person. But they're running with the title of The Comic Store That Ordered 500 Copies of Marvel's New Warriors 1. Now, this is a fluff piece, because that's what this person does. It's a fluff piece to try and say, hey, look, it got loads of publicity. It should be a good seller. Comic stores, waste your money and buy it. Even though, and I'll just blow my wad right away, even though the people that downvoted the video, which was 200 and something odd thousand people, which is more people than currently probably buy comics right now, because the biggest seller last month was Spider-Woman with 148 shipped. Never mind sold, shipped. So these are people who are coming from the internet who have heard about the clown show that Marvel put on with New Warriors, with Safespace and Snowflake and Trailblazer, who's unfortunately, I'm afraid to say, passed away of diabetes since the announcement. R.I.P. Trailblazer. Gone. Oh, and totally forgotten. Oh, yeah. So they're coming along to click their downvote and have a laugh. Have a laugh at modern day comics and what modern day comics has become. Because that casual person, you'll say, hey, tell me what you know about comics. Oh, that's like Spider-Man's and the Hulk and Batman's and Superman's and stuff, isn't it? No, it's about they, them. It's about they, them, and a jock in pink spandex. Sorry, typical jock in pink spandex. And a guy that huffs internet gas and watches porn 24/7 while whacking off, while Trailblazer fumbles in a rucksack for some insulin quickly. That's what they came along for. And the people who are comic book purchasers that went and downvoted that, or went to have a laugh at that, are they wanting to purchase the comic? No, they're wanting your boy Zach. They're wanting some young guy. They're wanting Yellow Flash. They're wanting EVS. They're wanting Nerdrotic and maybe even myself to purchase it, to roast it. Because I don't know if you're aware or not, but people like us to do it so they don't have to, and they can get a giggle in the process. It's called giving your audience what they want. Something the modern day comics book industry doesn't have a clue about because it's full head to toe of degenerate filth who have infested the industry and torn it down from the inside. Everything we've loved, torn to pieces. Oh, you like this, do you? We better take that away. And that's when you get something like this. This absolute joke. Kibble Smith's, the thing that he will forever be known for, an absolute joke. Now, I can feel my blood boiling. So let's just quickly jump here before I have an aneurysm, which a lot of people are concerned about. This here, Cyberpunk 2, Wreck Planet Cyberpunk, Cyberfrog. I'm too excited for Cyberpunk 2077, it's in my brain. Cyberfrog 2, Wreck Planet, 17 hours to go. 17 hours to go, and this will finish a 60-day campaign on Indiegogo. This released during the full outbreak of COVID, and it's taken over $750,000 so far with 6,500 backers. I've backed this twice, in fact. I've backed it with the honeycomb set because I want all the variants and all the toys which go along with this. And I've backed one of the later sets so I can get myself this chicken fry box which it's going to be packaged in. And because people really like the idea of this was actually going to be the delivery box. But now no longer, this is going to be what the comics come in and then a delivery box on top. And I'm happy to do so. And that came to approximately £200 British in total, plus delivery on top, which is another 50, 60 quid. That's £260, which could have gone into the mainstream comic book industry, but no, it went on a comic where the creator wants to give you what you want. Fun, action, apolitical comic. Something reminiscent of what you used to love in the 90s. Something that new people can jump onto and go, hey, this is a fun little ditty here. No internet gas. No morbidly obese Dora the Explorers. You might see a big wasp eating an SJW though, and I don't begrudge him that whatsoever. So I'll tell you what, folks, with 17 hours left to go, please go Indiegogo, Ethan Van Skyver's Cyberfrog 2, Wreck Planet. Go back it now. Go back it now. Oh, and by the way, because it's past the 775,000 mark, everybody that backs it gets a Cyberfrog toy, Cyberfrog figurine as well to go with all the other goodies. Just FYI. Funny that, isn't it? Funny. Rewarding your customers. It's funny that. Such a foreign concept for the modern day industry. Right, let's get into this. 7 minutes in and I'm just about to explode. Now, I'm going to briefly go through this article because it's absolute trash because it's Rich Johnson. Marvel Comics is still planning on publishing New Warriors, a 5-issue miniseries written by Daniel Kibblesmith. The team is made up of all new heroes with a diverse range of backgrounds. So what? Including 2 called Safespace and Snowflake. For some reason, some people, this is the worst. Oh, for some people, this is the worst thing in the world. It's a terrible comic, even though no one's read it yet and it hasn't been printed. Yeah, because what does it say? A picture says 1,000 words. Well, their advert that they put out said everything that we need to know. It said that Marvel Comics made a big fuck you to their audience. That's what it said. Hey kids, do you want a pronoun princess? Somebody that gets uppity if you call them a he or a she. They like to be referred to as they, them. What are you going to do when you're fighting somebody and they go, oi, get her? She's going to turn around and go, excuse me? Hello? Excuse me? I go by the pronouns of they, them. As they shoot her in the face. Or maybe the typical, stereotypical jock who runs around in pink spandex that he picked up from the Blue Oyster Bar. Maybe he's going to cast one of his defensive shields to protect her. Because when he gets triggered... Off. Fuck off. Naturally, there's been dozens of YouTube videos from the usual suspects mocking the very existence of this comic and blaming all the industry's ills on it. I've seen a couple of takes on this article already, and every time they've just stopped here and gone, no. And I'm going to stop here and go, no. This is the culmination. This is exactly what years upon years upon years of fuck you to your customer, fuck you to your target audience has led us to. This dog shit. This is a byproduct of letting this infestation of filth into the mainstream industry and corrupt it and destroy it and rot it from the inside. People that don't give a toss about comics. People that don't give a toss about the characters that they're dealing with or the stories. that see this as a stepping stone onto something else, or even worse, that see this as a platform to preach their good word of filth. So shut up. Then he refers to Joe Rogan's podcast as a TV show because he's absolutely out of touch moron. So let's get on to the sucker. There's one born every minute. However, one comic book retailer has seen an opportunity. Lawrence Doherty of Larry's Comics in Massachusetts sees things very differently. Politically, Larry is generally on the conservative side of American politics. Who fucking cares? Give us action. Give us adventure. Give us something that we can get behind and enjoy. Characters we can appreciate, that we can empathize with. A story that we give a toss about. See Ethan Van Sciver talking about fucking Cyberfrog's politics. Well, Cyberfrog grew up in a very conservative area. Fucking no! You dipshit. Do you know something? Buying comics isn't a political thing, and that's half the problem with the goddamn industry right now. It's half the problem with the goddamn world right now, and it's about 99% of the problems in America right now. Everything's fucking political. Start treating people like people! He's the kind of person who might caricature as being against the existence of such a comic. No, he's the kind of person that you call a Nazi, Richard. He's the kind of person that you call a Nazi. When you're in your little Discord and face group rooms, plotting and scheming like a bunch of school children. Oh, who's our next target? Ooh. Oh, let's get this Yahtzee. Why? Why do they do it? Oh, because they voted differently from me, or they have a different opinion to me. Oh my God. This industry deserves to die. I've said it before, I've said it again, deserves to. The filth that's in it. They deserve it. Absolutely deserve it. And then, when it does, because it will eventually, because the comic industry's learnt nothing from what's just happened with Diamond and comic book shops so easily and susceptible to folding. They've learnt nothing about it whatsoever. So when it burns down again, when the ember sparks back up and tears it all back down, and the chaff get thrown by the wayside, the quality that remain, your Sean Gordon Murphys, your Scott Schneiders, even though I'm not a fan of his stuff, those people will happily go on to Indiegogo and make bank. While all of the people complicit in the destruction of the industry will be nowhere doing their TED Talks. Fuck off. Ah. But what Larry cares about most is whether or not he can sell a comic. He saw those millions of views on YouTube and enthusiastically supporting Marvel's decision to still purchase. No press is bad press. Yeah, it is. There's a difference between good press and bad press, sure. I understand that. And yes, being in the public eye is a good thing. Having the beacon of light shone upon you can open opportunities. But as I said at the beginning of the video, this is just a lot of people mocking and moving on. These aren't comic book purchasers from the start. And the people that are and they give a shit about comics, like I said, they're turning to just some guy, your boy Zach, Yellow Flash, the people that take these comics, do the reviews on them, and they'll be fair, but something like this will get roasted to hell. So the people that watch their videos won't have to waste their money on trash. So he went and bought 500 first issues. I like my chances, says Lawrence. Lawrence, I don't. The comics are going to have no value for the future. It's going to act as a curiosity for some. But when that curiosity turns into soy-based crap from Kibblesmith, then it's going to have no value. This comic in 10 years' time will be worthless. In 5 years' time, worthless. Today, it's worthless. It's a parody. And it's funny because normies are saying this looks like a piss take of SJWs. This looks like they themselves. Well, he says it here. It's looking like they're mocking diverse comics or looking like a super bigoted parody of diverse superhero comics. Yeah, because Marvel is full of super bigots. Because they wheel people of different colours out. Not POCs, people of different colours. They wheel out people who are homosexual, transgender, all of that. They wheel them out like trophies to be dangled and displayed as progressive awards. Aren't we so wonderful? While they don't give a shit about them. They'll hire gay writers to write gay characters. And when the comic doesn't sell, because they actually don't have talent, if they could find somebody with talent, that'd be great. But they wheel them out as trophies. And the comics don't sell. And then they get cancelled. And then that person has to be let go. Because they didn't get there by merit. I know this has been a bit of a rant, but if you're thinking of picking this up as a curiosity, folks, don't. So it's going to be worthless. Watch Yellow Flash. Watch Some Young Guy. Watch your boy Zach. Watch Nerdrotic. Whoever's going to pick it up and roast it and give you some entertainment. Watch them. Save your money. You'll get more value out of watching that video than you ever will out of this crap. This utter, unmitigated crap. A product of an industry that hates its audience. Hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and YouTube for live streaming. Links are in the description box down below. And I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.